Time for the latest where you are now with the ITV News.
Good evening, I'm Duncan Golestani with the main stories in London. 8 men have been arrested on suspicion of murder after 2 teenage boys died in what police have described as a targeted attack in Brentwood in Essex. Police were called to Regency Court at around 1:30 a.m, where they found 3 people injured. 2 of that group later died, whilst the third was treated in hospital. Essex police say they don't believe there is any wider threat to the public. Richard Ratcliffe, the husband of London woman Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe, has gone on hunger strike to protest against what he says is the UK government's failure to secure the safe return of his wife. Nazanin has been imprisoned in Iran since 2016 when she was arrested at the airport in Tehran. Last week, she lost an appeal in her second conviction, which sentenced her to another year behind bars. The Foreign Office say they are doing all they can to help her get home. Pollution campaigners are celebrating tomorrow's expansion of the ULEZ to the North and South Circular. Mums for Lungs say that the scheme will bring cleaner air to 3.8 million Londoners. The landmark change will create an area 18 times the size of the original zone, with an estimated 135,000 extra drivers facing a £12.50 daily charge. Outside of the M25, final preparations are underway for the COP26 climate summit in Glasgow. This morning, staff and patients from Great Ormond Street Hospital embarked upon an 800-kilometre cycle ride to the conference site, where they will deliver an open letter to world leaders, highlighting the risk of climate change to children's health. Anna Geary spoke to the riders as they set off.
Great Ormond Street marked the start of their 500-mile trip to Glasgow.
Good luck!
Staff and patients from here and 5 other children's hospitals are relying on pedal power to get them to the COP26 climate conference. There, they will call on world leaders to make air pollution a policy priority.
Every time a child comes to Great Ormond Street, pretty much every single day, air pollution in this area is higher than it should be, linked to the WHO limits which have been set. And that's both for nitrogen dioxide and particulates. And that can't be right, that children with these conditions, even before they've stepped foot in the hospital, are breathing air which is frankly toxic and not fit for the purpose it should be.
Matthew, along with the other 69 riders, are demanding urgent change following the death of Ella Kissy-Deborah. In a landmark ruling last December, the coroner found excessive air pollution in Lewisham and South London, where the 9-year-old lived, played a part in her fatal asthma attack. To prevent a similar tragedy in the future, Toby is also riding to raise awareness of the health risks posed. Pictured on the left here, the 18-year-old has been a patient at Great Ormond Street since 2005. He has Marfan syndrome, which affects his connective tissues and internal organs.
I use crutches day to day, so I'm sort of using this bike currently as a crutch. And yeah, it's a great challenge, hence I'm not planning to do the full 540 miles, but I'll try to do as much as I can do within my ability.
Riders will be accompanied by these pods, immersive installations which recreate poor air quality in cities across the globe. They hope their efforts will give generations to come the best chance of a healthier future. Anna Geary, ITV News.
OK, let's take a look at the sport now.
For the love of the game. eBay sponsors ITV Regional Sports Reports.
West Ham beat Spurs 1-0 at the London Stadium this afternoon with a winning goal from Michail Antonio. And Brentford were beaten by Leicester City 2-1 at the Brentford Community Stadium. That puts the Bees in 12th place in the league. On to the weather now with Chris Page.
Great Western Railway sponsors the ITV London Weekend Weather.
Hello there. Very good evening to you. Today there has been some welcome sunshine across much of the capital. A fine bright start to the day for all of us, and then we have seen a little more cloud into this afternoon, but for most of us through today it has stayed largely dry. Now for the week ahead we're going to see areas of low pressure pushing their way in from the Atlantic, but high pressure just clinging on in the far south at times. So for most of us it does stay dry through the first part of this week at least, although this weather front here will slide its way south and eastwards as we head towards the end of the week. We've still got one or two isolated showers overnight tonight, but for most of us it should be dry. A few clearer spells here and there. That will lead to some mist and fog patches by dawn tomorrow morning, and by no means a cold start. Temperatures around 10 to 11 degrees Celsius. So we start Monday morning and it's going to be a day of sunshine and showers. That's a brolly up, brolly down kind of day, because there'll be some decent spells of sunshine, but then we'll begin to see the showers developing by the afternoon. Some of these will be heavy at times too, with top temperatures 15 to 16 Celsius, 61 in Fahrenheit. As we go through the rest of this week, yes, it stays fairly mild for the time of year. More cloud from Wednesday and rain possible Friday. Take care.
Great Western Railway sponsors the ITV London weekend weather.
That's how London's looking. Enjoy your Sunday evening. Bye-bye.